I've seen many things in my long life, but some memories remain as clear as a spring morning. The wedding of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle in 2018 was one such occasion, a modern fairy tale unfolding before the world's eyes. From my quiet corner, I felt the familiar hum of anticipation as the crowds outside Windsor Castle buzzed with excitement. Yet inside, another story was being written, the theatre of the kitchen. The world saw the procession and the ceremony. But behind the ancient stone walls, the real magic was happening with ingredients and precision. Feeding 600 esteemed guests is a monumental task, every plate a statement, every flavour a note in a grand symphony. The pressure is immense, settling on everyone from footmen to chefs. But there's pride too in being part of a moment in history. The wedding reception at Frogmore House was the culmination, a private affair where the couple could finally relax. Chef Claire Smith was tasked with creating a meal worthy of the occasion. Planning such a menu is a delicate dance between tradition and modernity, reflecting the couple themselves. Harry and Meghan were a new kind of royal couple, bridging the old world and the new. Their choices, from music to food, spoke of this. The menu needed to be elegant, sophisticated, but also warm and personal. This was the challenge for the kitchen, to create something timeless and utterly of the moment. The responsibility was not just to feed, but to create a memory woven into the fabric of the day. Every detail mattered, from the ingredients to the final presentation. The kitchen became a stage, and the chefs, the unseen performers. What unfolded behind those doors was as significant as anything seen by the world outside. It was a story told not with words, but with taste, care and artistry, and it would become a part of royal history. After the wedding, a rumour spread, late-night burgers and candy floss at the royal reception. The image of a duchess in a designer gown holding a slider is charming, but pure fantasy. The logistics alone make it implausible for such a meticulously planned event. People wanted to see Meghan's American roots shine through, imagining a touch of informal fun. But Frogmore House is not a backyard barbecue. Standards are exacting, and the operation is run with military precision. Introducing a burger van would have disrupted the seamless flow required for an event of this scale. More importantly, it would have undermined the artistry of Chef Claire Smith. Her food is about subtlety, balance, and the best of British and Irish produce. Suggesting her menu was followed by fast food is to misunderstand the essence of fine dining. The food was an integral part of the evening's narrative, not an afterthought. So where did the story come from? Perhaps a joke that grew legs. People love quirky details that make royals seem relatable. The burger story was fun, but the reality was far more refined and thoughtful. The menu told a deeper story about the couple and the message they wished to send. It was a story of quality, care, and quiet elegance. The immense responsibility of the menu fell to Chef Claire Smith. She was the first and only female chef to run a 3 Michelin-starred restaurant in the UK. Trained under Gordon Ramsay, she had opened her own acclaimed restaurant, Core, by 2018. Choosing Claire was a statement, a commitment to modern British cuisine and female talent. She was a culinary innovator, not a traditional palace chef. Her approach refined simplicity, letting the finest ingredients shine. For Harry and Meghan, she aimed for beauty, deliciousness and deep personal meaning. The pressure was immense. Cooking for a royal wedding is another level entirely. She and her team worked in secrecy for months, planning every detail. The menu was to reflect the season, May, when British fields and gardens burst with life. It was a celebration of spring using produce from across the country. The meal would be a culinary tour of the UK, presented with grace and artistry. Claire's philosophy creates something organic, natural and true to the couple. This was not just another service, it was a meal for the history books. It required nerves of steel and extraordinary organisation. The result was a perfect marriage of place, time and occasion. So what did the guests actually eat? The menu was a masterclass in understated excellence. Canapés included grilled English asparagus wrapped in Cumbrian ham and garden pea panna cotta with quail eggs. The star dish, a humble potato with fish roe inspired by Claire Smith's Northern Irish roots. For the main course, a special roast chicken, a nod to Harry's proposal to Meghan over a home-cooked meal. This was no ordinary chicken, but a dish elevated by Michelin star technique. Sides included truffled spring vegetables and roasted potatoes, celebrating the season. Much of the food was served in bowls, encouraging guests to share and interact. This family-style approach broke down formality and fostered warmth. The cake, by clapback, was a light lemon and elderflower creation, decorated with fresh flowers. Elderflower from the Queen's Sandringham estate connected the modern cake to royal tradition. The menu reflected the couple, fresh, contemporary, and full of personal meaning. Every dish was a thoughtful blend of tradition and innovation. It was a meal designed to be remembered. Behind the scenes, the kitchen was a world of its own, like a Formula One pit lane. Every movement was choreographed, every second counted. Chef Smith and her team operated with focused intensity, each chef at their station, repeating tasks with unwavering precision. The pressure was immense. One mistake could mar the entire experience. But this is what separates the good from the great, the ability to perform under scrutiny. The final moments before service were pure adrenaline, the culmination of months of preparation. Serving 200 guests simultaneously with such quality required a small army of chefs and waiting staff. It was a silent ballet, the foundation of the entire dining experience. Afterward, Claire Smith felt relief and pride. She had delivered a menu both acclaimed and personal. The team's dedication turned food into a beautiful chapter of a modern love story. They didn't just serve a meal, they made history. The Frogmore House reception balanced elegance with warmth. Though grand and historic, Harry and Meghan wanted guests to feel like cherished friends, not spectators. The communal, family-style food broke down barriers and encouraged conversation. Passing a bowl of vegetables created connection, turning a formal dinner into a shared feast. Celebrity guests added glamour, but the atmosphere was relaxed and joyful. Meghan's love for clean, natural food was evident in the menu. The evening blended high elegance with down-to-earth warmth, capturing the couple's spirit. Guests described the event as chic, sophisticated, and full of love. It was a party that felt both aspirational and accessible. Why do we care about what a prince and his bride ate? Because food is never just food, it's culture, history, and story. The meals at great occasions become part of the national narrative. Moving from classic French cuisine to modern British fare signalled national pride and change. The menu for Harry and Meghan's wedding will be remembered for its thoughtfulness and modern sensibilities. Every detail, from the roast chicken to the lemon and elderflower cake, told a story. These choices reflected a monarchy evolving and a couple seeking authenticity. Even the burger rumour became part of the story, showing our desire for relatable royals. Such events become benchmarks in collective memory. The food is a tangible link to the past, making history feel alive. This meal earned its place in the history books, a quiet culinary revolution within palace walls.